am so thankful to share exercises today focused on our spine health. And yoga is a great way to help improve our spine health because we focus on proper alignment, poses, and stretches to help improve our strength and our flexibility. Today, we will be standing behind a supportive and stable chair, and you can choose to do these exercises with supportive sneakers on or barefoot if you would like. To learn more about the classes available to help improve your strength and flexibility, be sure to visit SilverSneakers.com to learn more about SilverSneakers Live. There are classes for everybody like yoga, core conditioning, gentle stretch, seated strength, and so many more. Click the first link below to check your eligibility. We begin in mountain pose. You can be standing directly behind the chair, holding on with both hands or one for support. I'll turn and face forward. Feet about hip distance apart. Anchor your feet down to the ground. Soft bend to the knees, tailbone under, shoulders back and down, chest and heart lifted, palms facing forward, spine and neck are long, mountain pose. Adding movement in the arms, reaching out to the side to shoulder height. You can pause right here. You can continue on, reaching up a little higher, maybe even higher till those fingertips touch. Extended mountain pose, and then arms lower back down. Mountain pose. Let's try that again. Breathing in, reaching up as high as you would like. Exhale slowly. And let's try that one more time together. Inhale, fill the lungs, fill the belly. Exhale nice and slow. Hands come to the thighs. You can also take your hands to the back of the chair. Bend your knees, cat-cow. So take your chin towards your chest, round through the spine, let your shoulders drop heavy, and then take those shoulder blades back, elbows pull back, a slight arch to the back. And again, round through the spine. I'll turn to the side so you can see the movement. And then peel the elbows back, shoulder blades back. Let's do that a few more times. Round through the spine. Bring those elbows back, open across the chest. One more time each way. Come to a neutral spine. Press through the heels and stand tall. Mountain pose. Extended mountain pose. Arms lift. Stretch through the ribs and belly. Exhale. Let's do that 2 more times together. Breathing in. Full inhale, complete exhale. And one more time together. Lifting up. Exhale and let it go. We are at the back of the chair. Holding on to the back of the chair, we're moving into downward facing dog. So let's take our time here. Take a few steps back, just a few inches back, holding onto the chair. Step a few more inches back, and then maybe even a few more. As far back as you can go, keeping your feet flat on the floor. Tailbone reaches back behind you. Chest lowers down carefully and slowly. Arms lengthen right out to the fingertips. Your legs can be straight. They can also have a slight bend. Downward facing dog. Feel the length along the spine and along the back of the legs. One more breath here. Bend your knees, turn your eye gaze towards the chair, and then walk your feet towards the chair carefully. We're standing tall. Chair can be right in front of you. Feet about hip distance apart. Bend through the knees, sink your hips down and back. Sink down a little lower, belly button to spine. Spine is straight, and then lift, press through the heels. Let's add some upper body movement. Left arm reach forward as you sink down through the hips. Now you might be holding onto that chair right in front of you. That is perfect. You can also let your hand rest down on your thigh. Press through the heels. Stand tall. Let's try the right arm this time. Reach forward, sink down, even and strong. Press through the heels and rise. Next variation, if you would like, both arms reach forward as we sink down. Remember that chair is nearby for support when needed. Can you sink a little lower? Arms reaching out, belly button to spine. One more breath. Press through your heels and rise. Downward facing dog. So once again, we hold the back of the chair. Step your feet back a few inches. Take your time. Few more inches till you can't step back any further. Feet hip distance apart. Tailbone reaches back. Chest lowers. You can lower your head down between the arms, but only if that feels okay. If this makes you dizzy at all, please soften the knees and lift your head above the heart. Pause here for a few more breaths. Really lengthen through the spine and the arms, the legs. Hold here. Bend your knees, look towards the chair, and walk your feet closer in. Feet once again hip distance apart. Chair in front of you for support. Sink down into the legs. Take your left hand towards your left hip. Take your shoulder back, elbow back, and a small, gentle, easy twist, looking out to the side. Sinking low and even through the legs. Press through the heels and stand tall. Let's try the other way. Right hand to hip, sink down, look to the side. Elbow reaches back, shoulder reaches back. Press through the heels and rise. Let's try another variation. Sink down, hand to hip, or arm reaches back. Reaching back, opening across the chest, turning the eye gaze. Press through the heels and lift. Let's try the other way. Sink down, right arm reaches back. Holding here for a few breaths. Notice the strength in your legs. Press through the heels and rise. Downward facing dog, one more time. Holding the back of the chair, stepping back, you know where to go. Step your feet way back. Lengthen through the arms, the spine, the legs. You can add some movement here as well. You can walk your heels. You can bend your knees and straighten, or you can stay right here. Enjoy a few more breaths. And then bend your knees. Once again, look at the chair. Walk your feet towards the chair. Take your time, stand up tall, and then come to mountain pose. Feet about hip distance apart, shoulders back and down. Soft bend of the knees. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Fingertips touch. Soften the knees a little more. Take your right arm and lower down to the side for an easy side stretch. Remember, chair in front of you to hold onto, and if this doesn't feel right in your shoulder, you can take your fingertips down to the shoulder. Right arm lifts up, and let's try the left side. Lower down, easy tilt to the side. Come through center. Let's try that one more time on each side. Exhale slowly, side bend, and come back to center. Other way. And back to center. Arms lower down to mountain pose. Take your hands back to the thighs or to the chair in front of you. Bend through the knees, cat-cow. Round through the spine. Peel those elbows back, open across the chest. A few more times. Really try to smooth out these movements so there's no beginning and no end. Just moving between the two. One more time, each stretch. And then come to a neutral spine. Press through the heels, stand tall. Mountain pose, palms facing forward. Feet anchored down to the floor. Knees bent, tailbone under, chest and heart lifting. Spine and neck are long. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Extended mountain pose. Exhale slowly. Let it go. Let's do that 2 more times together. Breathing in. Take in that warm breath. Exhale. And 1 more time together, reaching up even taller. And slowly exhale. And pause right here. Thank you so much for enjoying these exercises with me today. I hope to see you again soon.